Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we are going to solve Vogel's approximation method, which is one of the initial basic feasible solution. It is the starting solution. This is the last starting solution which I am going to teach you. So using the multiple table, before I have used the single table, but in this method, in this technique, I will use the multiple tables. As I earlier told you that you will first calculate the row and column penalties as I have told you before, that you will calculate the row penalties and the column penalties in this way. Yes, you see that for sake of penalties, in the first row, you see that how this first penalty was calculated, that the difference, you will take the in this row, you will see that which are two smaller costs. Here, this is the smaller cost, 2 is the smallest cost, and the next is 10 is as the smallest cost. You will take the difference is 8. You will take the difference of these two values, and in the next row, you will see these two are 9 and 7 and 9 are smaller cost. These are the cell with smaller cost. So you will make the difference of these two values. 9 minus 7 is equal to 2. In the similar way, here 4 and 14 are the smallest in this row. So you will take the difference 14 minus 4, yes, equal to 10. Here in the column side, you will make the difference as 4 is the smallest one in this column and 10 is next smaller. So 10 minus 4 is equal to 6. And similarly, 14 uh, is the largest in this column. 2 is smallest. This is smallest. And next smallest is 7. So you will take the difference 7 minus 2 is equal to 5. In the third column, the difference is 16 minus 9, 7. And in the last column, the difference 18 minus 11, as this is the smallest one and this is next smallest. So 18 minus 11 is equal to 7. So you have completed the penalties. Now you will see that which penalty is the maximum or largest. Here we see that in all these 7 penalties, here are 3 penalties, here are 4 penalties. In the row side and column side, you see that which one is the maximum. So this is the maximum difference. This penalty is maximum. This difference is maximum. So you will take this row as for your selection, in which your row will be selected for your allocation. In this row, how you will make your allocation, you will select. You see that here we have 4 blank cells. You see that here we have 4 blank cells, and this is the cell with the smallest cost. So I have highlighted this cost, showing you that this is the smallest cost. You will make your allocation in this cell. Here we have 5 as the demand, 10 as the supply. Yes, you will make here 5, which is minimum, and put cross sign in front of 5, showing that this is complete, and put 5 in front of 10, showing that 5 supply is remaining. And you see that as this demand is now complete, you will complete its blank cells. You will fill its blank cell with the cross signs as, showing that this column is now completed. You will eliminate this column in the next table, or you will cut this column from the remaining columns, and you will write this table as. Yes, I have cut this column from this remaining table. Yes, here we are left with 2, 3, and 4. We are now with the columns 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. And in the similar way, you will make your row penalty and column penalties. You will see that here in the first row penalty, here 2 is the smallest, and next smaller is 11 is this row. So the difference will be 11 minus 2. You will write it as, in the next row, the difference is 9 minus 7. And in the next row, the difference 16 minus 14. And in the next row, in the next column, the difference is 5. As we have 2 as the smallest value, and next smallest value is 7. So the difference is 5. The difference is 7, as 9 is smallest, and next smallest is 16. Difference is 7, and the next difference is also 7, as 11 is smaller value and next smaller is value is 18. So you will put this larger value first and subtract this smaller value. Yes, you will get the total, the difference 7. Here you see that 9 is the maximum on both sides. The 9 is the penalty which is maximum. So you will make your next allocation in the first row. You see that these are 3 blank cells and this is the cell which has the least cost. So you will make your allocation in this cell. So I will highlight this cost to show you that this is the minimum cost in this row, and you will see that here we have 15 as the demand, supply as 15, both are equal, so there is a tie. So you will make your allocation, you will put 15 here and put cross in front of 15 on the row side and put 0 in front of 15 on the column side. So as you see that your supply is complete. This cross sign shows that your supply is complete. So you will fill the other blank cells with the cross sign. Yes, it shows you that this row is now completed and will be eliminated in the next table like this. Yes. Yes, I have cut this row in the next table. We have same columns 2, 3, 4 and rows are 2 and 3. Now first row is eliminated, has been eliminated. Now we are left with 25 as the supply in the first row, 5 as the supply in the third row. Second row has 25 supply, third row has 5 supply, and 0 as the first demand in the second column. The demand is 0 in the second column, demand is 15 in the third column, and demand is 15 in the fourth column. So we will make the differences or finding the penalties in the similar fashion like this. Yes, here we have calculated 9 minus 7, 16 minus 14, and 14 minus 7, 16 minus 9, 20 minus 18. Yes, now your differences are complete. You see that which one is maximum. You see that here we have from these 5 penalties, these are 5 penalties. Which one is maximum? These two have the same value. I will choose. It is up to you which value you choose. It is up to you. I have chosen, or I have selected this one as my maximum value, and I will make my allocation in this column. In this column, you will see which cell in these two cells, which cell has the minimum cost. This cell has the minimum cost. So I have highlighted this. Now you will make your allocation here. Your demand is 0 and supply is 25. You will put 0 in this and put cross sign in front of 0. It shows that your demand is complete. As your demand is complete, so this column is now complete, and you will fill the remaining blank cell with the cross sign. Now it will be completely eliminated in the next table for our next allocation. You see that? Yes. I have left with column 3 and 4, and rows 2 and 3. Our second column has been dropped in the next table. Yes. Now I will calculate the row penalty in the similar fashion. 20 minus 9, 18 minus 16. Yes. 16 minus 9 and 20 minus 18. You see that this one is maximum, 11 is maximum, this penalty is maximum. So you will make your allocation in this row. In this row, 9 is minimum. This cell has the minimum cost. So you will, I will highlight it. I highlighted this for your convenience and make you more understandable. So I will make my next allocation in this cell. You see that here demand is 15, supply is 25. So you will put 15 in this as this is minimum and put cross sign in front of 15. This shows that your demand is complete, and put 10 in front of 25. 25 will reduces to 10 as your 10 supply is your, yes, your 15 supply has been distributed to this cell. So remaining 10, the supply, you see that, and you see that in this column side, you have completed your demand. Nothing is left here. So you see that you will look at the column that this is the blank cell. So you will put cross sign. It shows that there is no need of this column in the next table. You will cut this column, you will drop this column from in the next table. Look below. Yes. Yeah. Here I have dropped this column and we are left with the column 4. Yes. Here is the point which you make understand first. Yes. Now this is the column. Now you see that this is the column. The field values were cleared to make you understand, so that I make next allocation in this column. When you see that you have left with one column or one row, so in this situation, you will make no more penalties. No penalties are required. You will just fill these two cells just by inspection. So in this method, you will, when you are remaining with a single column or single row, you will make no more penalties, as I have shown you in this table. So the procedure is this, that you will make your first allocation with the minimum cost. In the cell with the minimum cost, you will start allocating your procedure from this cell as it has minimum cost. So here we have supply 5 and demand 15. So I will put here, I have highlighted this, that this is the cell which is going to be allocated first. Yes. In the situation when you are left with single column or single row, you will make your allocation in this way. When you see that which cost is minimum, you will make your allocation in that cell. So you will put 5 here and put cross in front of 5 as this is completed, and put 10 in front of 15 as 10 demand is remaining. And for then you will move for the next cell. Here the supply was 10 and demand was also 10. Your demand and supply is also completed. Your method is now completed. Yes, I have highlighted this. There were how many basic variables? M plus n minus 1, 3 plus 4 minus 1. As there are 3 rows and 4 columns, so there are 6 basic variables and 6 are the allocations. You see there, if you move in the first table, here we have, this is the allocation with this is the cell where we have allocated, and this is one allocation, first allocation, second, third, 4, 5 and 6. Yes, I have made correctly the 6 allocations. You will multiply each allocated value with its corresponding cost. Yes, you will multiply 5 by 4, 15 by 2 and 0 by 7. Either here you will make 15 by 9, 10 by 20 and 5 by 18. You will get, you will write it here and you will find the min cost in this way, which is 475. Yes, I have taught you A second technique in which you eliminated, this is the actually elimination technique. You eliminated the columns for making the next column. When you see that which row or column is completed, you will eliminate that column in the next table. This is the technique. It is similar as the previous technique, but the difference is that we make separate tables and separate row penalties and column penalties. So I have completed this method. This technique is also completed. I hope that you have enjoyed and completely understand both the methods, and it is up to you which method you acquire for your solving the question. So thank you very much.